Alright, so a website that I use that offers a form filling service called Jotform.com the other day went down. And what I noticed is when I went to my website, it was really slow loading. I noticed the form wasn't loading. I knew pretty much what it was immediately. I knew that they were down. And essentially, what it is it's kind of like little, you log in, create little capture forms, like where people can type in their name and email address and hit submit. And you can link it to PayPal to accept payments and other um, merchants or whatever it may be. And so I went to my site and it was down. And then I tried to go to jotform.com, which is their main domain, and it wouldn't even come up. So I was like, holy crap. So I ended up, I ditched them because I'm like, you know what, forget this. I ain't messing with it. So I went over and I actually switched over to a competitor of theirs called Caspio, which unfortunately for me is $40 a month. So and then I just, I went ahead and bit the bullet, and I go, okay, well, you know what? I can afford it. I'll just use a real, Caspio is supposed to be a really big name, and they're expensive, and it's more powerful, and so I went ahead and did it. And today I got an email from them that says, they're back online. I'm thinking, great, what difference does that make? But then as I start reading it, I was like, well, this is a little more interesting than I thought. They say, we're happy to share a good news with you. That's kind of an interesting way of putting it. The domain suspension at Jotform has been lifted. If you have changed your forms to one of the alternative domains, they switched domains. I guess they just created a whole new domain or something. I don't quite know how they did it or how they moved everything over or whatever. But anyways, if you switch domains to one of the alternative domains, you can keep them as they are. They will keep the new domains perfectly, or we will keep the new domains working. I wish we could provide more details about what happened, but we are also in the dark. We have not been given any information by GoDaddy or the Secret Service other than our domains being suspended as part of an ongoing law enforcement investigation. You can read more details about it on these several technology related news sites here. In the next few days, we will work hard to restore your confidence in us. Even though really it wasn't them that they didn't do anything to not, what I mean? They didn't do anything. A suspension at the domain level is a very harsh punishment for a web service provider. However, we are not in a position to make excuses. You have trusted us and added forms into your web pages. It's our top priority to make sure that our service is reliable and robust. So here are some of the permanent solutions we are working on right now. Forms on separate domains. Depending on your risk profile, the country you're in, we will assign a separate domain to you, like jotform.us. Any new forms created will only work on that domain name. Our goal is to limit the impact of any possible domain takeovers in the future. Note that note that this will not apply to any existing forms. Your existing forms will work with all domains. This only applies to new ones you create. Number two, move domains from GoDaddy to Namecheap and Hover. Namecheap has been very publicly against SOPA and internet censorship. Hover's general manager has personally contacted us and offered his support during our difficult time. I have always been an admirer of the simplicity and beauty of Hover's user interface, so we have moved our domains to these registrars. Very good move. Launched jotformstatus.com. We have just launched a new independently hosted site to post about our service status to keep it, so that they have to actually keep it separate from the feds. I mean, this is how screwed up things are. Um, I'll put a linkage to this entire thing because I don't really want to read it all. And it says here, increase our efforts to stop phishing. That has no. See, this is the thing. They don't even know why it was suspended. I'm wondering if it didn't have something to do with this suicide quote bomber that because it wasn't the CIA, it was the Secret Service, which would suggest it has something to do with an attack on the president. But I don't understand quite how form. I mean, is someone going to submit information in a form, a jot form for doing a hit on the president? I don't know. That seems kind of bizarre to me, but so there you go. I mean, this is a prime example, and this is the key. Jotform.com, the person who owns Jotform, they still don't know what they did. They're assuming they did something wrong, like typical progressives. The government must be right. And it really wasn't probably even the CIA. It was probably GoDaddy doing it for the CIA, which is even worse. So the good news is they did leave GoDaddy. They are leaving GoDaddy, which is brilliant, which is what they should do. And that's what we should all do. Everyone should be off of GoDaddy. They will work with the government to shut down people without a court order. It's that simple.